If you're like me, you get tons of ads about people trying to sell you different courses or signing up for this newsletter or this Substack or whatever it is. And I think a lot of times it leaves people very frustrated. Either A, you don't know what is the correct thing to do, what should you be learning, who's got the better course that's going to help you out, or who has the information, right? Our time is so valuable. And I think that it's very important for us to acknowledge that, like, we kind of got to have like the end goal in mind of why we're doing all of this learning. And are we learning just for the sake of learning, or do we have that end goal? I'm a television producer. I've written a book. I've worked on a lot of different TV shows, things from Netflix to Discovery, CBS, ABC, Disney Plus, all these different things. And I could create a course as a TV producer, and I could tell you and promise you, hey, I'm going to teach you how to sell your show. I'm going to teach you how to sell your screenplay or sell your TV show idea, right? And I could walk you through the process of how to develop a project and how do you format correctly in terms of the show, as well as creating a pitch deck. And then how do you create the sizzle reel and what needs to be in the sizzle reel, and how do you kind of structure things, and how do you do act breakdowns, and how do you do character arcs over a season? I could talk to you all about that stuff. And you'd get to the end of that course and you'd be missing a key ingredient, which is, do you actually have the ability to get into hate to call it like a Hollywood room with the right people to where you could actually pitch and sell your idea? Do you have the ability to actually execute that show? And that's you can't learn that from a course, right? You can't just develop decades worth of relationships to get you into the right rooms. Now, I get that I'm using a personal, explanation to me, but I'm sharing it from a standpoint of, like, we also have to have reasonable expectations of what you're buying when you buy some of these courses, right? Like, I think a lot of us fall into we grew up on the Kevin Costner, if you build it, they will come. And that's not true, right? If you've been building and trying to grow, it's difficult to build a fan base and to get people on your Substack and to do all this stuff. But this is just more of a reminder of, I guess, I don't know if it's a buyer beware or even what my point is. It's just like, I want some real talk around, as a coach, I'm so annoyed with coaches coaching coaches on how to coach coaches, or in fitness, it's trainers training trainers on how to train other trainers. And it's like, are you actually helping people with fitness get in better shape? As a coach, are you actually helping people achieve their goals? Or are you just teaching a roadmap that's missing the end of, like, how do you actually do the thing? And it frustrates me as someone who's been, coaching for, 8-9 years now, to see so many people that are more focused on selling the shovel to the people trying to do the gold rush than actually be out there doing the work themselves. I understand that's a big part of how this course creation thing works, but I think it can be frustrating, and it's definitely frustrating if you don't know what's happening, right? And so I just wanted to do this, and don't even know if this is worth posting, but I wanted to record it, and maybe I'll think about it. But I don't know. What do you think? Am I being a jerk? Is this just the process? Is this the way of the world? Or can we maybe be better about when we're going to take somebody's 4 minutes and 20 seconds, what value are they giving? And maybe now my value is ending. So maybe I already gave it. So I'm going to end the video. Love you guys. Bye.